My dear devotees, let us listen to the immortal words of the Chandogya Upanishad. For receiving the mercy of Krishna, I surrender unto his energy Radha. And for receiving the mercy of his energy Radharani, I surrender unto Krishna. By worshipping Radha and Krishna together, a devotee becomes freed from all the sinful reactions. And when he is thus fully satisfied in his heart, he goes to the eternal abode of the Lord. My dear devotees, before Krishna decided to come into this world to spread auspiciousness, he went to Srimati Radharani and said, "Please come also." But she answered, "No, I won't go. I can only stay in Vrindavan, my dear Krishna. I won't go into the prison house, the material world. There is no Vrindavan." Krishna smiled and ordered Giriraj, Govardhan and Yamuna to come down just so that Radha would appear. Radha finally agreed under one condition. She said, "My dear Krishna, the first person which I see in the material world must be you. Only then I will appear." And Krishna said, "Tatastu." This way Radha appeared, but she was blind until she saw Krishna. Until Lord Krishna came to a little bed, she was blind. Only then, when she smelled the fragrance of her Lord, did she opened her eyes. Yes, we could tell many things about that meeting. But that was only the meeting which happened on Radharani's appearance. How she met Krishna for a longer time and engaged in pastimes is a most astonishing story. If you hear this with love and attention, your heart will be bound to beautiful Radha and her ever-playful Lord of Vrindavan. Listen, my dear devotees, listen as if your life is dependent. How Radha and Krishna met for the first time and stayed together for a long time in a loving pastime. We will start in a storm. Once Nanda Maharaj went with his little infant boy Krishna to Vrindavan, when a storm came into the forest and suddenly filled the sky with clouds and strong winds, which fearfully moved the new tamal and kadamba twigs and made them fall. Then terrible flashes came, and a great blinding darkness fell over Vrindavan and frightened the little infant Krishna in Nanda's arms, who then began to cry. Nanda became afraid. He clutched his little boy and ran through the drenched forest, looking for shelter. All of a sudden, with an effulgence greater than millions of suns, shining from all directions, Nanda Maharaj, the king of the 9 Nandas, saw Vrishabhanu's beautiful daughter Shrimati Radharani. Shrimati Radharani ki! She was fair, splendid as millions of moons. She was dressed in blue garments and decorated with anklets and ankle bells that tinkled sweetly. Nanda Maharaj was overwhelmed when he saw the beauty of Radharani and said, I know you are Radha. Gaka Rishi told me the secret. My son is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you, O Radha, are his first beloved. But now there are clouds, and my boy is so frightened. Take him home, please. I have to look for the cows. Shrimati Radharani took baby Krishna in her arms. She had this form which you can see on the picture. She was grown and Krishna was a little baby. When she felt the touch of baby Krishna, she smiled and she said, Nanda, you have made me very happy. Ask for 2 blessings. Nanda Maharaj said, O Radha, beautiful goddess, if you are pleased with me, then let me have firm devotion for the lotus feet of you both. Let me have devotion for your devotees. Let me have their company. Let me have this millennium after millennium. My dear devotees, imagine if Radharani would stand before you as you go through the forest of Varsana and ask, my dear Gopal, Das, I am pleased with you. Ask me for 2 blessings. Here are good blessings. Let me have devotion for Radha and Krishna. And let me have what?
Devotion for your devotees.
Something like that. The company of your devotees. It's a very good blessing. This pastimes, my dear devotees, happened in the material world. In the spiritual world, Krishna's eternal form is that of an adolescent, the Navayovana. However, here in this world, he appears in a baby form and then he grows. So, Radha was carrying Krishna in her arms, going through the forest and wondering what would happen to this most attractive little boy whom she knew as her lover. As she walked with him through the forest of Vrindavan, the forest magically transformed. The trees began to shine like in the spiritual world. The ground began to sparkle with different colors, like the Chintamani yarn. All of a sudden, Goloka descended here to this world with beautiful desire trees, and the river Jamuna had jeweled steps and golden palaces. There was Govardhan, but made of jewels and glistening golden peaks. everywhere mad bees flew around. And there were cooing peacocks, paravatas with cuckoos. Everything was like in the spring.